everybody, it's Vanessa. I thought since I had talked a little bit before about a fabric haul, I would do not a haul, but a little fabric chat, I guess, would be the word for it. I was thinking about just fabric in general, and I have the fabric that you can see a little bit here that I sell in my shop, but I also have my own personal stash of fabric that I keep under my cutting table. Now, it's significantly smaller than it used to be before I used to sell fabric. I had a really large fabric stash, but I narrowed it down a lot once I moved into this studio space because it's very tiny in here, and the wall shelves are where I keep the fabric that I sell for our shop, but I still wanted to have a little stash of my personal fabric, just not as big as I used to have. So anyway, I thought I would share some of my very favorite pieces from my personal fabric stash that I would consider to be, I don't want to say prized possessions because that sounds really crazy when we're talking about fabric. It's fabric that I really love, that's long out of print, and that you just don't really see that often. I'm gonna say also that it's all Alexander Henry fabric, and so those of you that know and love Alexander Henry will be able to relate to when I say, especially now that Alexander Henry is not printing fabric anymore, these prints, especially the ones I'm going to show you, are definitely unicorns, and I don't mean that in a in a braggy way at all. I'm just saying that it's hard to find some of these prints out there in the wild, because the older the print, the tougher it is to find. So anyway, without further ado, I wanted to share a few of my very favorite Alexander Henry prints from my personal fabric collection. So here we go. So this one is probably one of my favorite Frida prints that they've made. Now this, unfortunately, it's not like a full yard or anything like that, because before if I would have known what I know now, I would have gotten tons of yardage. But of course, we don't. We just buy it because we love it, and we don't really think about, oh man, I better get a bunch of yards. And I did buy a lot of yards, but I didn't hoard it back then. I used it. But anyway, this is like one of my last pieces, but I love this print. This print is called Esperanza, I believe, and it's Frida Kahlo in various little vignettes. And my favorite one of this print, my favorite little vignette, is the one of the twin Fridas here. And there were multiple colorways. I think there were 3 colorways. I do have a little bit of each one, but not full yardage or anything, just kind of pieces. This is probably my favorite colorway, and this is my favorite of the Fridas. So love Esperanza. If you guys have this, if you have more than just scraps like me, I'm really jealous because I love it, and I always kind of keep my eye out in case I ever find any more, but I haven't had very good luck with that. So anyway, another print that I really loved is from, I'm trying to think of the year, and hopefully on the salvage I can see it. This is called Azúcar, and one of the things I really like about it is, I don't know if you can see, but it's got glitter. I'm gonna try to, there you go, you can kind of see it a little. It's got glitter accents, and I believe it also came in a few different colorways. I'm not sure what this one is. This one kind of has a dark background. And let me look at the year. This one is from, let's see, 2008. Azúcar, 2008, and it's just so pretty. I love the calaveras, I love the florals, and I love the glitter. There was also another version of this that didn't have glitter. It was just the calaveras, and I don't know if they were the same size. I think they were, but I really love this print. So I don't know if any of you guys have any of this. Maybe you can leave in the comments if it had more than this colorway. I'm sure it did. I just don't recall the colorways. But anyway, so that's another one of my favorites. That was from 2008. The Esperanza, that one is from 2016, so not that long ago, I mean, relatively speaking. But anyway, so yeah, I need to keep looking for that one. Okay, another one that I always loved, and you don't really find it hardly ever, is called Sisters of the Wild Frontier. And I just always thought it was such a fun print. It's got cowgirls, and they're in different cowgirls and a Native American girl here, and there's cows and rodeo signs and the lasso, and I just thought I just loved it. It was so cute. This one I think also came in a red colorway. I do have a little bit in that one, like a red orange. I don't know if there were other colorways. Maybe. I think maybe it might have come in like a pink, but I don't know. But I love that one. That one's Sisters of the Wild Frontier, and the year for that one was 2003. That one's an oldie. That's 21 years ago. So if you ever find that one and you like cowgirls, that's kind of, that's your vibe. That's a really good one. I just love that style. Okay, another one that I loved. I have a thing, I don't know why, but I have a thing for Matryoshka, for nesting dolls. And this one is called Nadia, and I don't know if it came in more than this colorway. I want to say it probably did. I had a bolt of it back in the day because when I used to make kids clothes, but this is all I have left. Only 16 inches, not even half of a yard. I don't see the year on here. The salvage doesn't, the piece I have doesn't have it, but I loved it. And what I would do is I would cut out the different Matryoshka dolls, and I would use it for applique on like little baby onesies and tees and stuff like that. And I just thought it was the cutest thing ever, Nadia. So that's another one of my favorites. Now these last two are like, I'm always looking, and I have not found them anywhere. So if you ever see them, grab them. They're gold. This one is called the Tender Trap, and I honestly don't know, excuse me, why I bought this print at the time. I think I was actually working on like a wedding themed something for someone, and I just loved it. I was like, and it's called the Tender Trap. It's from 2004. This is also not a complete piece because I cut it because I used it for applique. The thing I love about it is I just love the artwork. If you can see, there's a girl, and she's like sitting at her vanity, and she's got a mirror, and then there's like the couple sitting here at the, having a bite, and then there they are here together, and I just love it. I think it's so cute. I love the name, the Tender Trap. Anyway, if you ever come across the Tender Trap, you should grab it. It's just so beautiful. But anyway, but yeah, look at all those cuts. I was now not afraid to use my fabric like I am now. I would never use it, which is kind of sad. I mean, it's to use, it shouldn't be just to hoard. But anyway, so there it is. It's upside down, the Tender Trap. So that one, the last one, is my holy grail of fabric. Back in the day when I used to make kids clothes, this print, okay, so this is all I have of this. It is, I think, a little more than a half yard. It's called Los Toros, and this is also, I think, from 2000 and, oh man, I don't know. I want to say like 2003 or 4 or somewhere. The salvage doesn't have the date, unfortunately. The piece that I have, it's not big enough, but it's got bullfighters, matadors, and it's got a beautiful flamenco dancer on the other side. I think I've got at least one of the flamenco dancer. Now this fabric, I loved it, and my sister-in-law, she made the most beautiful outfit. It was a beautiful black and white polka dot little flouncy top, and the skirt was this print, and we did like big flower. It was just beautiful, and I don't know how many sets she sold of this, but it was just the most beautiful little set. I wish I still had a photo. I don't think I do. But anyway, this is the remains of the Los Toros print. This is highly, highly sought after. This print, people, they look for it, people love it, and can you blame them? It's really, really, really beautiful. I have not seen it ever in the wild. I just have not, and I'm always, like I said, I'm always on the lookout for certain Alexander Henry prints. I have not seen that one. If you ever see it, get it, even if it's just to hang on to it or to resell. It's super, super rare. But anyway, those are like my top, I don't know how many, what it was, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, my top 5 or 6 prints from my personal stash that I really love. I've got more. I don't know if there's any others that I love quite as much as these, but I do have more, and I love my Alexander Henrys. I really do. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a ton of personal fabric. I have like 4 bins, and they're not huge, they're moderate bins full. They're not all Alexander Henry. It's a variety. A lot of them are, because I've been kind of using it for a long time, for years, and so I always kind of went towards the Latino culture inspired prints or just novelty prints that kind of got me. And so the bulk of the prints I have are Latino culture inspired, with some other ones thrown in. But anyway, so that's it. I just thought I would share. I know it's kind of random, but hopefully if you like fabric and if you like Alexander Henry fabric, hopefully it was, I said Henry fabric. Hopefully you enjoy taking a peek at some of these prints. And let me know if you have any personal favorites in your own Alexander Henry or just fabric stash in general that you love. I'd love to hear about it. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bye.